talk about lapsation, of course, it is also very important that we talk about reinstatement. Can we reinstate a lapsed variable life insurance policy? The answer is, of course, yes. But we can only do so within 3 years from the date of premium default. And that the client who wants to reinstate the policy must submit a written application and must show proof of insurability. However, if the withdrawal value has been exhausted or it's converted into extended term insurance and it has expired, the client can no longer reinstate the variable life insurance policy. Any questions? Let us proceed if there are no more questions. We said earlier that one of the benefits of buying a variable life insurance policy is fund switching. Of course, the client has the option to switch from one fund to another. However, this will be subject to the approval of the insurer or of the company. If the client wants to transfer or switch funds, what will happen is that the switch will be effected by the cancellation of units from the old fund and the creation of new units into the new fund. And the unit price will be calculated accordingly. So, to give you an example, let us assume that I have, okay, my variable life insurance is invested into bond fund. And I want now to switch to equity fund. What will happen is this. I will cancel all or I will surrender all my units in the bond fund. And I will buy new units now of equity fund. Is the example clear? Good. Let's continue. Assignment. Can I assign a variable life insurance policy? Again, the answer is yes, because the policy can be used for any financial dealings, as collateral for any financial dealings. So, for the policy to take effect, the assigner must designate an assignee, and the assigner is either the insured or the owner of the policy, must designate an assignee, usually a third party, through a duly notarized deed of assignment. And this deed of assignment must be presented to the company or the insurer. And it will not be the responsibility of the company to validate the authenticity of such assignment. The onus is, of course, on the part of the owner. Death benefit. Quite unlike traditional life insurance, wherein the death benefits are guaranteed, here, there is what we call a minimum death benefit. So, how do we compute for a minimum death benefit? It will depend if it is a regular pay insurance or a single pay variable life insurance. If it is a regular pay variable life insurance, this is how we compute for the minimum death benefit. It is 500% of the annual regular premiums plus 125% of all top-ups minus 125% of all partial withdrawals made. To make this clearer, let me give an example. For example, a client pays an annual premium of 100,000. And there was a top-up of 50,000, but there was also a withdrawal of 30,000. How much is the minimum death benefit? Again, if we follow this formula, this will be the minimum death benefit. The annual premium, 500% of 100,000 is 500,000. 125% of 50,000 is 62,500. And 125% of 30,000 is 37,500. Following this formula, 500% of the annual premium plus 125% of top-ups minus 125% of all withdrawals, we will come up with this formula. Okay, with this amount. So, the minimum death benefit in this example is 525,000. Now, what about this is for regular pay. What about for single pay variable life insurance product? It is the sum of 125% of single premium plus 125% of all top-up plus minus 100% of all partial withdrawals. Again, to make this clearer, let's have this example. Single premium, 100,000. So, what's 125? $125% of 30,000 is 5% of 50,000, 62,500. But there was also a withdrawal of 30,000 and 125% of 30,000 is 37,500. And following this formula, we will add 125% of the single premium, 125% of the top-up, deduct the 125% of the withdrawal, we will come up with 150,000. Are there any questions? If there are no more questions, thank you very much. We are now done with our Viable Life Insurance Licensing Review. Good luck on your exams.